morning, everybody. Welcome to YS Khong Driving again. And yes, we've been waiting for this for a very long time. A lot of requests and questions. When are you going to do it? When are you going to do it? Well, finally we got it. And this is thanks to our Honda Damansara dealer who kindly let us have this car. And here we are in the Honda RS, no less. Okay, the Honda Civic has three variants, the E, the V, and the RS. Of course, if you ask me which is the best, of course it's the RS lah. The only thing is it costs 144,000 ringgit. Then further down they have in the middle of the pack, that is the V, which is also a very good combination, and it only costs 138. And the base model is the E, which only costs 125. But the good news is all of them have the 1.5 liter turbocharged engine, and it pulls 182 PS and 240 Newton meters of torque. Now this is a little bit more than what the previous one had. I think it had 172, so now it's 182. And also the previous one had the torque of 220, and this is 240. Now we're driving on the road in Econ mode, and it's actually quite quiet. Now there are certain small spec differences, but in terms of the Honda sensing, all three cars get the same. Yeah, you get your forward collision warning, your autonomous braking, your lane departure warning and lane keep assist, and also lead car departure warning, plus also low speed follow and auto headlights. So it's full. All the stuff is there, and you get 6 airbags for every car. So in terms of safety, the Honda Civic is, I think, very, very well thought of and appointed. The price difference is in the trims, like the E will get 16-inch wheels, you won't get some of the stuff, and then the V will get a bit more stuff, and the RS gets everything. So if you want to make sure you have everything, take the RS. And in terms of driving, we are now in Econ mode, and you just have a little button down here, just push it forward. Now we are on normal mode, and of course if you want something else, you can push it once again and you get sport mode. And sport mode is, I think, only available on one or two of the variants, and we get paddle shifters. And not quite sure about the sport mode though, but anyway, you can go and check it out yourself. The V gets less features than the RS, and the E gets less features than the both of them. So to be sure, just buy the RS, you won't go wrong. And in sport mode, you get the steering heavier, the gearbox tuning and the engine tuning, I think, is slightly different, but suspension remains the same. Now suspension itself is quite nice and supple, so it's a little bit on the comfortable side of firm. So maybe if you want to have a bit more adventurous driving, you might want to do a little bit, just a little bit will do to make it a bit stiffer. But we're going to do it in standard mode, and here we are on our way up. I have put it into sport mode, and I'm going to turn traction control off. Yep, traction control is off, and here we go. So it shifts up by itself. It's a 7-speed CVT. I think the other two get normal pedal shifters. And here we are at the start of the run, and here we go. Okay, you also get emergency stop signal, which is ESS. When you brake hard, the hazard lights come on at the back. Okay, this car looks like it's going to go on the outside, so we'll take on the inside. Let's see if it shifts down. Yes, it does. I'm going to put this back down there. Woo-hoo. Traction control is off. There's a bag there, yeah. And here we go. a bit offline, but never mind, we'll use up to here. Oh, the road is nice and clear today, man. I hope I didn't speak too soon. Yep, I spoke too soon. Oh, truck flip over on the side. Got to be careful on the way down. Thank you. Careful of this motorbike. Guy making a U-turn. It's okay. Yes, it shifts up by itself, and it's misty. We turn the lights full on. Thank you so much. Wow, lots of trucks here. And there's a motorbike going into the bend. And of course, he took the line. It's okay. Here we go. Always have to expect that the front vehicle will take the line so that you will not end up being involved in a fender bender. My bag is moving. Gotta tie everything down. The handling is actually very, very nice and predictable. Okay, despite the fact that the suspension is still stock, yeah, the car actually takes the corners quite well. Oh, that's maybe because the wheelbase has been extended. It is now 2735 mm, so it is 35 mm longer in terms of wheelbase from the old Civic, and the length is 4678 mm. So this is actually what I would call a C segment car with D segment size. Yeah, interior space is big, and the dashboard is really great with this honeycomb design. Very, very nice. And the aircon louvers are totally hidden inside these honeycomb slats here. Okay, today is the day when everybody drives on the right hand side of the road. Okay, we're at the roundabout, and yes, yeah, it was a very nice drive. And do I enjoy the car? Yes, I did. I do enjoy the car. It's very nice, very, very predictable. Yeah, 18-inch wheels with Michelin PS4 tires, I think, and they are really great in the wet and in the dry. And now we are going to slowly overtake this car and go up. And I'm going to reach over and pick up the bag from down here, and I'm going to put it at the back amongst the other bags. Yes. Okay. Shouldn't do these things while driving, but it's okay lah. Must keep your eyes on the road, yeah? Okay, we are still in sport mode, and yes, the suspension does feel very comfortable. Yes. After all, they made this as a family sedan, yeah? The real deal is in the Type R, but if you can't afford a Type R, this is the next best thing, man. So nice and predictable. It just handles the corners without any protest. Thank you. Oh, I really like the handling of this car, man. It's so neutral. Yeah, you'd expect a front-wheel drive to understeer a bit, but it doesn't. And it's not traction control that's holding it back, yeah, because we have switched it off. And we have another motorbike. Okay, he knows we're here. Thank you. Whoops. He's making a U-turn. Very nice. Look at the way he goes around the corner, man. Great, isn't it? Oh, so nice. Here's my understeer corner, but I got the right line this time. And we come out nice, smelling like a rose. Yeah. Oh, the sun. At least with the sun like that, you know you won't get the mist. Just enough time, yes. You got to take the line correctly, otherwise the car may bog down, yeah? Because acceleration in a straight line is always faster than acceleration in a curve. So you got to try to reduce the turning angle of the steering, yes, by releasing it after the turn or allowing it to drift out a little bit. Of course, you got to look behind, make sure there are no cars, yeah? And there are no cars behind us. Absolutely none. Really, really good handling in this car. First class. Can just make it through, thank you. And yes, made it. Very, very nice. Oh, do I like it? Very much, very much. I forgot my water, so I'm a bit thirsty now from all the run. Maybe a sip of my warm coffee, yeah? Okay, that wet my lips a little bit. Now, about this car. First, pass or don't pass? Definitely pass. Yes, I like it. And it's a car you can buy for weekday use and once in a while on weekends, come up to Genting with your friends and have a bit of fun. It handles very, very well. Very easy to drive. So you don't need to be an expert driver to handle this car well. But of course, if you're an expert driver, you will handle this car extremely well. So that's the thing. You have to learn how to drive, yeah? Okay? Now, I was in sport mode all the way and no issues there. If you ask me, is there enough power? Yes, there's enough power for most people. If you ask me, would you like more power? But of course. Yeah, there is one stage of tune that I think maybe the facelift or the next model will come, and that is the 201 PS. That is the tune of the Honda Accord. Now, it's perfectly possible to put that type of tune into this car, and of course, a little bit tells me there are many tuners out there who can easily extract 200 plus horsepower out of this car. Yeah. In fact, I got a friend who also does manual conversions, but of course you're not supposed to do that because it will affect your warranty and stuff like that, yeah. But anyway, there are a lot of enthusiasts who will do this despite whatever the rules are, and yes, the same potential is there because basically it's the same CVT box and it's the same people who can tune it. Yep. Oh, the sun is here. Now, in terms of suspension, it is very, very nice. Just good for family people or even somebody like me with old bones. So it's very, very comfortable. Okay, I'm going to change the mode back to, okay, now we are on normal mode. and the car sounds better. Yeah, everything gets softened, yeah, even the steering gets softened, but the sun doesn't get softened. I have to make sure I can see the junction. It's directly in my eyes, and even the sunshade cannot help me. And this is one of those rare occasions where you see the sun shining and there's mist. But luckily, we know this road very well lah. Okay, so driven slowly, it's okay. Nothing to be afraid. Yeah. So the suspension is good, very nice, and you can come up and have fun every once in a while in Genting, and it will serve you well. No problems. But of course, if you want a little bit more fun, you can go for those options where they have, you know, change of shock absorber, and that's it. Just a little bit stiffer shock absorbers will be good. The handling of the car actually is really superb. That much I will tell you, because you can hear the sound. There's hardly any tire screeching. Maybe I'm not driving fast enough. And also the way the car goes around the bend, despite traction control off, there was no moment when we were out of control. It was very nice, yeah. And in terms of safety, all the Honda sensing items are there. It's good to have them when you are not driving fast or when you are not doing things like this lah. You can keep them on, and they are very good. The only thing that I turn off, and I think everybody turns off, is the lane departure warning, yeah, and the lane keep, yeah. Of course, if you are a bit elderly, you might want to keep that one on, because it helps to remind you that you are leaving the lane without signaling an intention, yeah. So it's good to have it on. So it's good to have. And the good news is it's available in all the 3 variants. So no complaints. The difference in the variants in terms of the pricing purposes is other things which are very minor, you know. So the main items are there, and that's good. So we're going to stop here, take a couple of photos before we go back down to KL. So anyway, we're going to end the drive here. Thank you very much for being with us. Until we meet again in the next video. Bye bye.